To say the case Praveen Anand knows about Dunhill, that was imported from India, from Madras. It was imported, and the consignment was caught in South Africa. It was just a deceptively similar brand of Dunhill. It was written as Dubnil.
So what is the question, sir? Your question?
So I mean to say that how far Indian government is checking on the IP protection of multinational brands or the Indian brands.
All right, I'll just answer. Praveen, would you like to, or Abhay?
Border enforcement, as Parsati sir has said, that there's a provision there where the notice can be put in by the right owners before the customs. There's a centralized database where it's been monitored also. The only issue which comes to getting the intelligence, getting the relevant information of shipments, that's again falls on mostly on the right owners to collect such relevant information and tip off the custom authorities. Mostly it's been done, that collection of data is being done by the right owners, not by the authorities, but insofar as where there's intelligence has already been given and notice is there with the custom authorities, things are, the enforcement is being done and shipments are being interdicted and is happening well. Insofar as exports concerned, that is primarily we have to go to the court of law, get an injunction, and then also the direction for the custom authorities to stop that. So customs on export do not act on their own because the border enforcement is primarily to stop the imports.
Thank you, Abhay.
Yeah, Dr.
I just want to add to that the experience in Souza Cruz, the Hollywood cigarettes case. Souza Cruz is a subsidiary of British American Tobacco, and they were exporting cigarettes. A counterfeiter was exporting Hollywood cigarettes from India to Romania. And there was a lawsuit because it involved export, therefore customs could not be directly brought in. We needed to, as you pointed out, we needed to go to court and get an injunction. But more importantly, the court passed a Norwich Pharmacal order. And in a Norwich Pharmacal order, you could get discovery not just from the parties to the lawsuit, but also from customs. So the customs gave documents and records of shipping documents, all the airway bills, etc. The name of the consignor, the name of the consignee, the quantities involved, the dates of shipping, all that was obtained from them, brought into the court, so we knew at a glance or after a little study, we knew what was the amount of export that had taken place, and that could act as the basis for a damages action.
So they just love that their exports, we need dollars only.
One second to add to you. See, what I just wanted to point out was about 90 to 95% of the import transactions and the export transactions are based on the risk assessment. They are not based on 100% inspection of the goods, because otherwise trade facilitation measure, everything will come to a standstill. So as Abhay also correctly pointed out, one, there is a complaint by a right holder, then they know what to look for. There is also a suo motu power for the customs, but that suo motu power comes, as he also said, through intelligence. So you have a special investigation intelligence branch, there is a Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. So if they get some tip off about something, then they open it up. So what we'll have to think of is, even in cases where there is a clear tip off or there is a complaint, if in those cases things are allowed to go, yes, that could be a problem. But otherwise, as general trade facilitation measure, 90 to 95% of the trade goes without inspection. It is on the basis of self-declaration and not on 100% inspection. But where there are specific complaints, in most of the cases, it is acted upon.
But I think in
Yes.
11th of September, after 11th of September,
Please give the lady a chance. Then we'll come back.
I'll just on the custom.
Yes, sir.
I am Dr. D.R. Agarwal. My question is directed to Mr. Parth Sarthi on the custom rules which you mentioned 2009. In one of my case, when we wanted a registration with the custom authority, because the IP owner has to first get them registered with the custom authority. Now it's an administrative problem, but getting a registration through online in itself is a very, very tedious work. And then after registration, you have to lodge a complaint with the custom commissioner.